Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content. If you want to support us a little bit further, please consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Members gain access to some bitchin' emotes. If anybody in chat has them emotes, feel free to drop them so people can see how awesome they are. And additionally, if you are interested in supporting us beyond that or joining our community, we do have 3 open campaign slots for brand new campaigns to begin. 2 of them on Wednesday and 1 of them on Fridays. And if you're interested in participating in any of those, we do have a wait list for a couple of them. Be sure to reach out to me and let me know. Alrighty, Wyatt, tell us what happened last session.
Last session on Zodiac, the next generation. The group met back up at Liara's laboratory, except for why did I think Reyna, who is in Leolis right now, getting ready for our trial. When they met up, we learned of Moose's great transformation from going from 2 feet to 5 feet, and it did not sit well with some of the group members. Other group members welcomed him with open arms. Anyways, we went to the guards, and the guards told us about this person that's making the dragons named Garfield. He's apparently a part of some sort of, and I wrote down as Liara, some sort of terrorist dragon organization that creates dragons. Our job was to go find this Garfield and bring him dead or alive. If he's dead, bring his head. We went searching, so we teleported to cut him off because last he was seen was in Sotide. We teleported to the Southern Oasis to cut him off to see if he was going north or south towards southeast, I guess, towards Maroons, Mashara, Melseer, and all those other nice little towns. With the help of Sebastian, we were able to use augury and figure out that he was going south towards Ruins of Mashara, and we cut across the desert and intercepted him there. When we intercepted him there, we had to fight 2 dragons. One of them we killed, and once we killed one of the dragons, the other one kind of just laid down and started laughing. We accidentally killed Garfield, so now we have replacement Garfield, who we still haven't figured out his name yet, I think, because I don't have it written down. But replacement Garfield told us to go farther into the skull, and all the plans are on a table. So we're having him go in front of us first in case there are any traps or anything like that. And that's where we left off.
Alrighty. So, Casimir and Moose, on the brink of death, as you both were for the majority of that fight, or the tail end of that fight, you both get to heave a little bit and rest for just the briefest of moments before Liara and Sebastian are booting Charlie down into the hole. His name was Charlie. I'm not sure if I told you guys or not, but his name was Charlie.
Okay. How long has it been since I used the Tensor's transformation?
At this point, it's probably been 4 minutes because you interrogated the guy for a little bit. And you cast it before you got into the fight, right?
Yeah, but the fight's 6 seconds a turn, so...
Yeah, the fight lasted a minute, so I'll put you at 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes. Okay. So you have another 5 minutes on the spell.
We killed Garfield. Cool.
Okay. So, marching order. Garfield first.
I'll go next.
I'll stand beside Sebastian.
I'll be behind the 2 of them.
Okay. Now, Trivial and Casimir.
Are we at all concerned that we're getting in line, and leaving a red dragon behind us?
I mean, we could always just...
I mean, I think Sebastian would live.
Oh yeah, I'd go back and finish killing that dragon, but
yeah,
that wouldn't help the rest of you guys.
No, but it will help us in spirit. I am not a motivational speaker.
All right, so Casimir and Trivial, who's taking up the rear and who's going to be sandwiched with Moose?
I'm
I
sandwiched.
am hanging back. I'm in the rear, but hanging back a bit, so I'm not like.
With them.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the red dragon will watch all of you go down into the hole as you all descend. Okay, that was you. All right. As you get down here, you see that there is only a single room carved into the skull of this behemoth creature that lies inside of these ruins to Mashara. The room itself is simply laid out. There is a circular table that has a handful of maps and other pinpointed positions across it. And there appears to be 2 chests down here as well, both of which are locked.
Charlie, what's in the box?
That one has a gift from a different faction. That one I don't know. Garfield showed up with it today.
Can you please open them?
Garfield has the key.
Did we find a key on Garfield?
Did you guys loot Garfield?
Thought we were thought
End the session, like
Yeah.
right at the end of the fight.
Oh yeah. Well, if one of you want to go and loot Garfield, you're more than welcome to.
While they were trying to resurrect the almost dead, I was already like over the body, cutting off the head and starting to poke through the pockets.
Ah, okay. Then you roll an investigation, Moose.
Oh, how nice. If my shit will load. Okay, there it is.
Roll 20 seems a little more laggy than usual. Damn, Hocus is straight up vibing to this music.
I've got my playlist going in the back, and You Feel Me came on, so...
Okay, that's fair. 28, Moose. Aside from the head, which you are easily able to take from it, there appears to be a necklace around the neck that has a very precise amount of detail put into the craftsmanship of these metallic claws that go down around the side. There's like 4 different colors of the metallic claws, and in the middle of it there appears to be a black colored stone. You're not quite sure what the stone is, but it looks to be either very valuable or some type of like iconography for the individual, and you're able to take it. In addition to that, there does appear to be a ring of keys that this individual has. 6 keys in particular. Oh, and while we're at it, let's go with what would be chump change walking around? Like 14 silver, 10 gold, 16 copper.
I tossed that in my former house.
Yeah, you can no longer go in there. Easily. Anyways, yeah. You take
I could
all
probably
of those
fit
items.
like a chair in there.
Yeah. You take all
No,
of these things. Yeah.
Yep, and I'm going to quickly go through all the keys, and I want to see if I can't see anyone that's any one key that is like heavily used, and one key that's not heavily used, like the least heavily used.
Roll me a Tinkerer's check utilizing wisdom.
Oh yay!
Yeah.
Can it just be a perception?
Aren't you proficient in tinkerers? You're an artificer.
Okay, yeah, I get a double. So either way, it's the better. No, it's actually better for that. So
Utilizing wisdom, that's all.
wisdom, I'm actually expertise because fucking artificer bullshit.
Yeah.
Think. $19.
Wisdom's only a plus. Okay.
Yeah, but expertise.
So, 4 of the rings, sorry, 3 of the rings look very heavily used. You can't really discern if one's used more than the others. Keys, thank you. 3 of the keys look very heavily used.
It's a reverse keychain.
So much so that you can't really discern if one of them is like slightly more than the others. It's not that big of a difference. Though each of these are distinctly different keys meant for different types of locks as well. You understand that the shortest one on the left-hand side is meant for like a typical padlock that you would just unlock attached to a chest or something like that. The next 2 inwards, they look like door keys, things that you would actually use for like a barn door or a house door or something more mechanical like that. The final 2 are actually keys that you're not quite sure what they would be closely resembling or useful towards. It's not things that you in your experience have come across. So these are keys to locks that you don't have experience with. And one key in particular looks like it's very new. And based off of like the slight bend of the metal, you assume it's a replica to a different key. Like somebody replicated this off of a different one.
Yeah, okay, so it's like slightly distorted from what a key would normally look like.
Yeah. It looks like a very deliberately crafted replica.
I'm going to walk back into the skull, holding the key ring, and I'm going to look at. You said his name was Charlie.
Yeah.
Can I say Charlie?
Yeah.
Did you see which key he used to open the box?
The last one. Or the first.
I hold up the newest one.
Maybe.
Oh,
Don't all keys work the same?
we're about to find out. Try it, Charlie. I'm gonna throw him the key.
Just snatched out of my hands. Just what? Fuck.
If we wanted to be comical, he'd snatch your whole hand and throw it. You're like, oh, damn.
No, that's my bitch slapping arm.
Instead of mage hand, you throw your hand at somebody.
It's actually just attached to a giant hook.
But anyways, you toss it over to him and he goes, so we haven't really worked out the specifics. You guys are gonna let me go after I help, right?
No, you're going to prison.
But at least you're not dead. And I hold up the bloody blade.
Damn, y'all are murderers. That's fucked up. Okay. Goes over and sticks. He tries putting that nice key into it, and it's too big to fit into the actual lock. Then he goes over to the other last key and click, click. It opens up, no problem. As he lifts the chest up,
And it explodes.
a plume of poisonous gas shoots him directly into the face. And he starts lying on the ground, crying with his eyes like sealed shut.
Can I medicine check to see if he'll survive?
Yeah, go for it.
Medicine. Oh, that's not medicine. There it is.
It's just airborne pepper. It's probably not going to be that bad. It's going to hurt like a bitch for a while, but he'll probably live. He needs like 10 minutes.
He'll live. And I walk through the airborne pepper, and I'm just going to open up the chest.
Yep. Spicy. You look at the inside of the chest. Yeah.
Somebody remove the large draconic baby.
As you open up the chest, you see what appears to be a large oval-shaped wood-esque looking thing. It sits about 8 inches tall, and at the farthest width of it, maybe 4.5, 5 inches across. And it has all of these slices and grooves going down it, and you see it kind of pulsates as you look at it. It sits inside of what looks to be patch of grass that was put into the box itself that has a small divot for it to sit into. And there's about 7 other divots that look to be the same size of that object inside of the box as well, but there's no objects in those divots.
I'm going to say, still probably in the settling dust cloud, it looks like I found what I hope to be a seed of the brew tree.
Oh, can I have that seed?
I think that Marquise would enjoy it more and will not use it unresponsibly.
What? Why would I use it unresponsible? I have a laboratory. What?
You are currently cultivating poisons and bladed planary.
I'm cultivating rare plants because we need ingredients. It's a laboratory.
What kind of ingredients requires poison?
What kind? I also have things for sleeping and flying and breathing underwater. Whatever was available. What?
I'm taking this to Marquise. I'm going to close it, block it.
Does anyone else agree with this? That's literally wasting an asset that we could have.
We need it for science.
Yeah, for science.
We've already got a sapling.
Well, this is a seed. We if we want to figure out how they're doing this and anything like that, if we sell it to somebody, it's just gone.
You do realize Marquise is currently studying this on order.
I think we could do a better job, me and Casimir.
I agree.
This is exactly why I'm confiscating this.
It's like the skull, Marquise needs to take a look at it for the military and stuff. We're not selling it to him.
It's ours then. That means then I want it written that he's giving it back.
We can discuss this with Marquise. Until then, I am not letting you use this right away.
Be losing an asset. Why? We captured this, guys. We're gonna take this thing back and give it away for nothing? That doesn't make sense.
Well, we'll figure it out.
I never said nothing. As I am stuffing it back in the bag of holding.
Okay, get up, cry, dragon, and open the other.
My eyes. What?
Come on, you gotta open the other case.
I walk
Can
over
you at
to the other.
least ask them to give me good food in jail?
Yes, I'll ask them that for you.
And he goes over to the other
No,
case.
before he does that,
Yeah.
I'm going to inspect it for a trap.
Sure.
Another investigation.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. 18.
It does appear to be trapped. You can see that there seems to be a peppery fragrance on the inside of it, similar to that of the other one. And as you're investigating around, there's no mechanism on the outside that would suggest a way to open this without proccing it, which makes no sense. So you feel around the box a little bit, and you find one of the bolts on the side can actually be indented and pushed in.
I'm going to do that too. I'm guessing it's like a push in to block the way to. So I'm going to open that. Is it just like a? Is it like a sack? And I'm opening it. Is it like a sack of pepper that's just shot out with some force?
Yes. That's all it is.
Yeah, I'm going to like tie the bag up, and I'm going to look around. Who can cook?
Cook. I'm actually very good at cooking. I found out.
I toss Liara the bag of pepper.
Oh, awesome! I'm gonna put it with my cooking utensils.
It is a bag of like aerosol pepper.
Oh
it's
wow!
pepper spray in a bag.
This is gonna be useful. I'm gonna
Probably, yeah. All right. It is.
Extra spicy pepper.
You can throw it up to 30 feet, and each creature within 10 feet of the point it lands in has to give a con save DC 12, or they are blinded for 10 minutes. They get to make another save each round.
Surprised it just doesn't incapacitate them. Fucking pepper spray's a bitch.
Exactly. Well, you're blind. It's ah.
No, but like I'm not arguing against it. I'm just saying like my immediate reaction is, oh god, the pain.
Okay,
Yeah.
Charlie. What's the plans that you were talking about on a table?
They're over on the table, and he points the opposite direction. Eyes still shut.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have. I guess we just.
Now, before we care about the plans, let's look inside the chest that was just opened, the second one.
Yeah.
Inside of this chest appears to be 5 draconic scales, all of which are medium-sized to large. There's a silver, there is a black, there is a red, there is a yellow, and there is a brown.
All right. Side note: I don't have access to the group loot.
Shoot. Okay.
Second note: what the fuck's a yellow dragon?
I
One
got
way
a
to.
lot of dragons.
No, there's another way. We ask the elder dragon.
What the red one wasn't it just made? Unless we ask a. I don't even think the prismatic one know that. I think it's like a created thing.
Probably like half red dragon and half white dragon.
Ooh, what
That make pink.
Pink dragon. No, those are the fairy dragons. Sometimes.
But I've
Actually-
seen a pink dragon.
Yeah.
Or a dragonborn.
All right. How the fuck do I link?
Like the owner of the pink pavilion or somewhere in the magic shop named that.
Charlie, before we go towards those plans, is there anything we should know about? Like, am I
What?
gonna get attacked the second I go through that down to that table?
Hopefully not.
Wow, that hopefully not. That means that's a possibility.
You fill us with such confidence in your knowledge.
I mean, it never does anything weird when I go near it.
Well, I guess you're coming with us then.
I don't know if it's
Right.
relevant, but what was the voice that came here? I heard a voice when I first came here.
Oh,
Did
I
anyone
didn't-
else hear that?
I heard the same thing when I touched when I was running towards the people in the eye.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. It wanted me
Consider-
to kill something like that.
Considering the both of your imbibements, I don't think that's too far off course for what you usually ingest.
No, I don't hear too many voices. I think it was a spell effect or something. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, that was a different voice from the normal ones.
I think I heard something as well. I do not partake in the crap that they get into, so.
You now have
Alright,
access
now
to
I
the bag of
trust you.
holding. There you go. You have access to it. You
Thank
mean the
you.
chanting?
No, something spoke. I don't know. I can't remember. It was weird. I think it wanted me to kill.
Oh. Oh, you heard the grace of Mishara.
Who the what now?
Yeah, what?
Mishara, one of the last remaining dragons with ties to our world. Great. They're currently dead, but we're working to fix that.
And this is why you're going to prison.
Why?
You don't bring dragons that tell people to kill people.
You guys were trying to kill us.
What? You came out and shot acid at us on sight.
No, that was the dragon creature.
I
Yeah.
know, and
They're babies. They're still learning. You know?
picked up a crossbow and shot me.
Well, that was after you shot at me.
Didn't
Or
shoot at
someone else
anybody.
did.
To be fair,
your arm.
I am partially to blame. However, I would also like to stand trial and say that I was trying to save a person.
Yeah.
And honestly, we were going to bring Garfield back alive, but this shall do.
So anyways, you all approach over towards the table, and none of you speak Draconic, correct? Okay. There appears to be a map of Zodiac on it, and the map itself has several colored little pins in them. Like, each of the pins were painted a different color. Where you are standing is green. There's two other green ones. Actually, to make this easier, let's go to the world map and I can just show you, right? That would be easier. And green. There's green. There's green. There's green. There's yellow. There's yellow. And then white. 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 Trying to think. And white. That's everything. The light gray one is where we were trying to plant seeds. The slightly darker gray one is where we were going to plant seeds after. And the even darker gray ones are where he was heading.
I think Charlie's colorblind. Okay, Charlie, I'm gonna need you to point at the light gray ones.
All right. Light gray is white. Slightly less light gray is yellow.
Yeah.
And then the green is the darker gray.
So you're saying that means there's one in Nordis that we have to find, guys.
Well, you guys did hear about that one. They just took
Oh.
care of it without all of you.
Okay.
Charlie,
Sure.
gonna hold up the white, not white scale, the yellow scale.
Yeah.
Where did you get these?
I did.
Fuck.
One of the other groups brought it by and gave it to us. I'm not giving all the information about them. That's, his job. Points at the head you're holding still. So, yeah. I'm just the protector of this location.
Good for you.
So there are a lot of other groups.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of us.
Insight.
Go for it.
Yeah, I don't.
Believe that. I think there's probably like 2 or 3.
There might be a lot. Let's find out.
No, I got a 12.
I believe him.
Actually, let me roll. Sebastian, you succeeded. And Liara as well. 8's not a bad number when somebody's bad at charisma and rolls a 3. Both of you, he totally believes what he just said.
Does not help the fact that he might very much be an idiot.
Oh, he 100% is an idiot, but he believes it. So.
Nice. Number 20, is that a lot?
Depends on what you're talking about.
How many fingers am I holding up? And I'm gonna hold up 4 fingers.
Say a lot.
4.
Is that a lot or a little?
Fingers? No, you have 10.
Yeah.
Okay, this isn't gonna get anywhere. I guess we'll just leave them to the prison system to figure that one out.
Don't worry, you will be fed only the most slightly above average foods.
No, I'll make sure to say good meals, carefully planned meals.
All right. So Reyna, around this point, you were given permission to bring the other inquiries to Leolis. Without you leaving, you were given a magical item that would allow you to send a message to one of them to tell them to come here. So you can go ahead and send them out ascending real quick. And who are you sending it to?
To Sebastian.
Okay.
Vascarvin has agreed to see our group as evidence bringers. Make haste for Leolis.
Everyone sees Sebastian looking very confused all of a sudden. Okay.
I think Sebastian's hearing that voice.
Hey, Reyna just said we need to go to Leolis.
Oh well, we're not bringing this guy there. He's gonna love it there. Drop
Hey,
him off.
we're going to Leolis? That's great.
Yeah.
I always wanted to visit there again.
If we bring him, we have an eyewitness and a person that has been doing it.
Oh, it's true.
Might as well just bring him. Manacle him up.
Ooh.
Sebastian, do you still have that scenting stone?
Yeah. Of course. I'm in constant communication with General Cato.
Good night. And just put it down.
Hey, how was your day? Mine was good.
XO.
God damn it! Now I'm just reminded of Gossip Girl.
Hey, that was a great show.
No, I'm just saying.
Because you
Anyway.
said that the sending stone, it allows me 25 words, but they don't have to all be at once. That's what
Yeah,
you
so
said.
it's like text messaging before 8 p.m.
So
back in,
I could
the early
like constantly
2000s.
just bother him with these like little spurt messages.
Yeah.
All the
Hi.
way through the night, just hi.
Is it hot
But
where
you-
you are? It's raining here.
You pooping? Just...
I'm out here destroying cultists. No, I'll say to Sebastian, the change of events should be relayed to General Cato. Also, the fact that we're currently still have to deliver a headless, a bodiless head to him still remains.
Well, we don't really have a fast way to Leolus anyway, so
I mean,
we could
if-
like teleport to Mauryan, deliver these people, maybe bring somebody with us, teleport back to Southern Oasis, and then travel from there.
that, or I mean, I could just ask somebody if they know is this where the circle is that they have in Leolus, because there's got to be one there, right? It was like a capital city at one point. But,
Oh yeah, maybe Marquise could send us there
maybe.
as like tribute or whatever for letting him check out this egg.
I believe the technical term is seed, but I'm not going to judge.
It's a dragon tree. I mean, potato.
Life giver.
If you ask them to give me an extra hour of rec time per day, I could help you.
Deal.
Please don't make
Awesome.
deals.
Help?
I-
How?
In that book on the other side of the map,
What?
so this is like a war room style map. It's not like one of those small ones. It's a fucking huge one. And he like goes over and like pulls it off of the side, where you see it starts like ripping all of the points that are like stabbed in there. And you see... My bad. But you
Put it
see
back.
that there's like a slab underneath it that has a book put inside.
Oh, wow. Hey, Trivial, do you want to look at this one?
Hold on, I think I can actually do something funny.
Sure,
Let
I'll give it a
Trivial
look.
do something for once.
I was just
Yeah,
gonna
no.
say, hey, you remembered that I'm here.
I never forgot.
I appreciate that. All right, I'll take a look.
All right.
No, I was actually referring to the map itself. You go ahead, I'll wait.
Cool. Trivial, you look at the book inside of that tiny little nook. What are you doing?
Let me do an investigation first of all.
Okay. You look around it, and there doesn't appear to be anything, so, you know.
I will.
You look under the table, however,
Mhm.
and you see that there appears to be a bottle of oil, a flint and steel, and some type of wiring contraption attached to the bottom section of that little nook. Apparently,
Huh.
it's an ignition switch. If somebody moves the pressure, then it ignites and explodes to destroy all of the evidence.
All right, I'm gonna go into bomb squad mode and try to disarm this.
All right. So you drop on your back, go underneath the table, and roll me a Thieves' Tools check. Utilizing dexterity.
You can do it.
Oh, that's a guidance.
Guidance coming in clutch. 19 or 18.
Is that low enough for me to need to flash a genius?
If you would like to.
You know what? I'm not taking chances.
Let's get that over 20.
All right. So plus 4 to that, you got a 22. Okay. On a 22, you are successful. As well as an 18. But hey, you are extra careful, and it's better to be super careful in this situation.
Yes, I like
God
my
damn it,
eyebrows
why?
where they're at.
And
I like the evidence where it's at.
as you're like tinkering with the entire mechanism, you see that like it is a pressure-oriented thing, and it will stab through the vial of oil, and the flint and steel will ignite all at the same time. So the easiest solution is pull out one of your daggers, grab the sides of the oil, and stab and pierce at the same time where the blade would be coming up, so it stabs into your blade. Clunk. No problem.
Fantastic.
The flint is, like, sparking, but...
Oh, fuck.
The book's probably in Draconic, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going... So, if Trivial is done disarming the evidence destroyer, I'm going to, like, push the map back. And I'm going to look at Charlie and I'm going to say, can you put those pins back?
Aren't there holes?
Yeah, there's holes in the table. And
Oh,
yeah, so it's fine. Yeah.
So I'm just going to push the pins back in the order that they were in.
Mm-hmm. After you
And,
retrieve the book, I assume?
Yes, that's... I said after. I guess I should have specified. Sorry. I'm going to use my magical tinkering.
Da, 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 da.
I can make a static visual effect that appears on a surface. It can be a picture up to 25 words of text, lines, shapes, or any mixture I like. I'm going to basically kind of like reverse projector drawing. So I'm going to like mentally redo the projection or redo the drawing of the map onto the projection of this tool.
Oh, okay.
Terrible idea. I'm not giving it to you.
I didn't say a thing.
But there's always that option. To be
Raina's
fair, this
not
is
here,
probably
she can't kill me.
This is probably the easiest you'll ever have of trying to take down Casimir as a group.
He is severely wounded right now.
He's
and Rain is
fucked up.
not here to kill me.
Okay, yeah, I'll take 10 minutes to cast Prayer of Healing then.
Okay. So, anyways, Liara, Trivial, are you giving Liara the book or are you keeping it yourself?
I'm gonna use.
Taking a look at it. Is anything that I can read?
You open up the first page, and it is written in these large symbols that you understand are Draconic, but you don't know Draconic.
Okay. Yep. Handing it over.
I'm gonna make.
Here you go, Liara. This is not about knitting, so it's all you.
Oh,
Nice.
some unknown language. Here, Casimir, you try reading it. I gotta make a con save real fast to see if I'm about to pass out. Because I'm guessing the spell would have ended by now.
Oh,
Moose
100%,
is just,
yeah.
yeah, Moose is quietly in the corner. It's Draconic.
I try to read the book. I don't read the book.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's Draconic. I just like saying it's unknown. It's more fun. Okay, I'm gonna use inspiration on. Well, no, the recap inspiration on this con save because I do
Go
not.
for it.
19 success.
Okay. Yep. Whew. You're a little tired, but you're okay. But anyways, Charlie comes over. Oh, I could read Draconic. In case you were wondering.
You can, but you're gonna read everything correctly.
I'm
How
a
did
very
you
good
learn
reader,
Draconic?
thank you.
I'm not saying that you're not a good reader. I'm saying you're probably gonna read something.
I studied at the academy, thank you.
Not what I'm saying. I'm more afraid you're just gonna lie to us and tell us to go somewhere or put something in there that's.
Why? You guys are giving me a cushy spot in jail.
This is
I
why.
can tell you're not very fanatical.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why are you in an organization like this?
It's mostly because I'm a yes man.
We gotta fix that problem.
Say no.
All right,
sir.
fine. I
No,
don't want to
I
help
mean-
you then.
That's fine.
I see where he's come from. He's a half dragon. He got hooked up with dragon cultists. So it seems to make sense.
A dragon
Sure.
cult tells people to tell that says kill in your head.
We also don't like the term
Hey.
cultist. You know, that's not. You know, we're draconic enthusiasts.
Yeah.
Or
you know,
revivalites. As we
Mhm,
like to be called,
yeah. Well, in my experience, cultists rarely like being called cultists.
Yeah, but who likes to be called a cultist?
Somebody who takes pride in their work. I don't know.
All right, fine. I won't read it for you and make your life easier. Fine.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just have somebody in Mauryan read it. Anyways, we gotta. Is there any more rooms down here? Or is this literally it?
That's it. You're inside the skull. That's it.
Okay. Well, good to know Mishara's head is empty.
There's a joke to be made about that.
That was the goal. Ooh,
All right, fine. Let's see.
I'm gonna. Yeah, does anything happen to us when we say something like that? 'Cause,
What's this we?
Enough with this wee shit.
What is this fucking Nintendo? Deal with your own fucking problems.
No, nothing does happen after you say that out loud.
Oh, your god didn't really do anything, so I'm not too worried. Okay, let's build a circle then and get to Mauryan. We can't leave Reyna waiting, can we? Plus, like, I kind of want to get this trial over with. Or I'm gonna look at Trivial, or somebody might turn us in.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's the bounty on our heads, Trivial?
I'm
It's gone
sorry.
up
I'm
1,000.
I'm not at liberty to discuss that at this point.
What? How much is it if we're alive?
More than if you're dead.
And we're going with her straight to the place they want to turn us into. Okay, this is good. Everyone get towards the circle. I'm gonna start drawing a circle.
Okay.
All right.
You draw a circle and you all teleport back over to the island. Alatar is nowhere to be seen, and all of the people he was helping to bring back to good health are already gone. You know where the rowboat is. You just have to roll across and then use the wheelie pulley system to send it back over there. But after you get back here, what are you doing?
I guess we're talking to Marquise about the egg or the seed. I mean, I don't know why I said egg.
Okay.
Yep.
So you all go over to the Mauryan Estate, where the front gates seem to be open already, and there's a lot of flags and tapestry outside that aren't usually there. And you see that the level of active guards has increased considerably. And as you all walk into the courtyard, you look to your right, where Marquise is currently leaving his tiny little shack that he lives inside of, and the veil of draping rainbow-colored beads all settle, and then he waves his hand very quickly, and you watch as the beads turn into a solid rainbow-colored metallic structure blocking off the door. And he just starts swaggering on over.
What time of day is it again?
Nighttime. Like evening, nighttime.
Good evening, Marquise.
Good evening, all of you. Just keeps walking.
Oh, we brought something that might be of interest.
Fine. Let's see it, please.
I open up, I take out the box and open it.
He wiggles his fingers in front of it, and there's a quick flash over his eyes. Thank you.
We talked about, what's the best way to put this? We talked about helping with research.
Well, if you're assisting me with research, what would you like? Gold, equipment, itemery, a discount at my shop, assistance? What?
I'm going to look at the rest of the party and then at Liara. You wanted something out of this.
Yeah, I want that seed back. And we also
You've recently acquired a few unsavory bits from out inside of the tourist territory, haven't you?
Yes. Wait, what? You mean just plants?
Dangerous plants.
Well, all plants are dangerous if used improperly.
Crabgrass?
Crabgrass.
Yeah.
Looking at the normal grass around me, even this.
This is astroturf.
Okay. I have everything.
Yeah, man. Plants. You gotta watch out. I knew this one guy. He almost died because he ate a peanut.
That's called
So
an
that's-
allergy.
That's what you want. The seed back. No problem. And he reaches out with both of his hands to take the chest from you.
No, I'm not giving it because you're gonna be like, oh no, I'm giving it to you in 5 years. No. We want it back.
We also need to get to Leolus like fast.
Yeah, we do need to get there.
Do you know like teleportation circle in Leolus we could use, or
I don't-
could you send us there?
I don't know a circle, but I can teleport you there.
Sweet.
Okay, when are we getting the seed back then? You said you
When I'm done investigating it.
How long is that gonna take?
We don't need it right away anyway.
I don't know. I haven't begun investigating it.
I cast identify on the seed.
Sure.
Like investigation done. Like
If you want to take the time to identify, you're more than welcome to do that.
It's a minute either way, so
a minute. Okay. I mean, how hard can it be to investigate? Just hit identify on it. And
I
using
think you're thoroughly misunderstanding it.
I mean, it tells you everything about it. I can actually put it in there.
Yeah, would be
Legend lore is
lore.
a hell of a lot better. If you want to learn the history behind it, not just the mechanics of it, you can take off fragments of it if you want to break it down and start looking into what it can do. You can start trying to figure out exactly what it is that you can do with it as well. Kind of like the first person who ever saw a petal cap probably went, wow, that's just a petal cap with identify. But by breaking it down, they found out they could use it as an aloe plant that actually can make better healing potions for people.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what investigating happens.
I know, but I'm saying like we learn which spell created it and like what you learn basically like the main things you need to know about identify. Like everything else is like I feel like it's always secondary after that. Like
Well-
yeah, I can history of it, but I already know if I know how to create one and know how to make it work, what makes it tick, then
Well, that's your analysis. He has a different one. Do you wish to identify?
yeah, let's identify it.
This is a replicant seed. If a living portion of a creature that houses its origin and power is imbued into the seed, and the seed is planted on a foreign plane from where it was constructed, it will slowly grow and replicate that individual or creature. Though they will not be exact replications of one another, it only does this in the physical manner.
You tell us that?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them say that immediately. They're taking creatures from foreign planes. They're using their bodies. The seed replicates them and grows them. But where are they getting dragons from foreign planes? That seems way out of our group range.
Didn't that guy talk about some dragon and it's in another plane?
I mean, would I know, like, if I've been, like, studying at all? Sorry, it's weird to say. I would know that, like, okay, how much of Draconic lore is known? Is basically what I want to ask.
The Draconic history in Zodiac is mostly available to the people who went out of their way to learn about it. It's not something that's like publicly taught or publicly spoken about unless you are from Leolis or associate with individuals that are a portion of that culture.
So, like, I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't know that dragons are actually from other planes.
Roll me a
Right.
history check.
Ooh.
I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, Gazurzes said that they're from a different plane, as well as Flamtier, or Flairtier. Flatier? Flatier. I think it was Flatier.
So it's not really a stretch to say that there could be other of our variations of dragons there. Oh, 19.
There's a lot of different creatures from a lot of different planes. It stands to reason that dragons are probably foreigners as well, considering they do stand out in a world like this.
We could
Unless-
use throw another.
Go ahead.
That's right.
I am. How long would a creature have to be here, or a species have to be here, to no longer be considered foreign to the plane? 'Cause I
Multiple
swear,
generations.
It's already been 3.
Then you are native to this world.
Congratulations, we can't grow another me.
So to clarify, what you put into the seed is replicated. That does not have to be a foreign thing. The seed can only be planted in a foreign plane from where it is from.
Didn't you also specify that it had to be living?
Yes, the portion of whatever you put in there has to be from a still living entity. So you can't bring back something that's already dead. You can only bring back something that's still alive. Or replicate something that is still alive. But it's not it. Doesn't have any of the memories, doesn't have any of the affiliations. It's just a vessel.
It grows really ages fast, like Sebastian's saying.
Always one another, brother.
Like incredibly fast now that I think about it. I don't think any humanoid, maybe an elf, wouldn't last more than maybe a week.
Well, that's what I plan to discern and identify further about it. But anyways, you all wish to be teleported?
I want on paper that I'm getting this thing
Not-
back.
Oh, jeez, you are such a fuddy-duddy.
And we should like check in with General Cato and stuff, and
Yeah,
you
we
know,
should. We probably
show him Charlie and bring him Garfield's head and stuff.
Well,
yeah, who is that individual?
And
Alright.
also terrorist cultist.
He's
Yeah.
our prisoner
Oh,
/ translator.
oh,
and he's
He
gonna.
speaks Draconic.
okay.
He's also gonna have to testify with us in Leolis because he's gonna have to explain that there's a cult doing this.
That's what I was told. But I'll get good meals. And
Yep.
extra rec time.
An hour extra rec time.
Yep.
He nods up and down. Wait, I want that in writing.
That's fine. I got you. Okay, let's go to Kato then. Let's knock this stuff out. Because I don't like leaving Reyna out.
All right, yeah, that's what I've been trying to
Yeah.
expedite without all this talking. But sure. You guys go
Okay,
inside.
yeah.
You meet up with Kato. You tell Kato, hey, buddy, we need this guy to go in prison, but we're taking him with us first. This is everything we found out. Cool, thanks, everybody. Really appreciate you. Anything else?
No. I'll be in touch.
Yeah, try not to do it during my scheduled poop hours anymore.
You
Those are my
scheduled
me
them?
time. I have to.
Also,
I work in
poop
the military.
hours.
Well, yeah, I take 1 hour poops twice a day. It's my break.
Damn. You need fiber.
I'm reading a book most of the whatever. And you get it
Okay,
into writing, and Marquise will roll his eyes and have his mage hand sign for him, and then take the box.
It's not legally binding. It was signed by a mage hand.
Casimir, we'll say it takes an hour. You can take a short rest.
Cool, thank you.
Yep. Same for you, Moose. if you want to.
Oh, lovely.
Yourself. But anyways,
Yes, I would like to bore myself.
teleport time. Marquise is going to go back into his house, not invite any of you inside, leave the box in there, and comes back out with a gray polished stone that he throws into the air. Alrighty, friends, hold hands.
All right.
You all
Wow.
grab hands?
I'm sitting on hay.
I grab hay.
Grab Hay's other leg and then Casimir. I guess.
Hey, just lifts his up.
I want to teleport into Leolus like Odin teleporting to Jotunheim, just on a horse.
All right.
Surrounded by fucking
Everyone
weirdos
else.
hugging the horse.
So, all of you hold hands, and he will slap Hay on the ass and cast teleport on y'all.
How
You
could
all zoom through the sky at an incredible speed. Now, you've all experienced Liara's controlled teleportation, where she siphons and opens up a specific area that combines between herself and to a different location that all of you would have been going to. This is completely different. This seems to be an open tunnel that is whirling and swirling through the open area and sending you all the way out towards this predetermined destination. Let me see. Associated object automatically succeeds. Reyna, you just got done with a 10-hour conversation with Voss Carvin, all of her Draco Knights, and Clive, and you make it back to the only inn in town that you are allowed to stay at. 1 second. Move everybody over here. The inn is the Stormy Sword, right over here. Oh, yeah. It's on top of the Stormy Sword, which is a outfitted little area for weapons to be developed. And as you walk in here and head over to the bar to finally just relax for a little bit, you hear a loud pulsation of energy, and the tables inside of this admittedly small room gets thrown everywhere as your companions just immediately arrive inside of the middle of this area. Sebastian, you're hunched over with your back up against the ceiling inside of here.
As we're traveling through the stream, I'm just going to assume compact mode, so I'll become a little cannonball. Just basically, it's a fetal position.
Mhm.
Just
We made it.
Way to make an entrance.
this is not where I thought we'd be landing with the horse. The metallic box says.
What?
The barkeep like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Oh.
I'm going to uncompact.
Alright,
Walk
go ahead,
over
Brandon.
to the bar. Okay, go ahead.
Reyna,
Hmm?
go ahead. You were saying something?
Just what? What is this?
Visible confusion.
What?
Well, we had Marquis teleport us here. You said we had to come here.
Not that. She's like pointing at the big metal thing that's talking.
I have
Okay.
no idea. They keep bringing this with us.
Moose,
Say
like-
Moose.
Like upgraded himself or something, and he like now he's not like a mouse. He's like a metal guy.
Hello, we are Moose. I will explain later. I look over at the barkeep. How much for the damage?
I mean, you just gotta fix it.
Easily done. I begin fixing everything with carpentry, mending, anything I can do, and I'll spend the day just doing that.
Now, all of you realize something that most of you have not experienced before in your life. It's fucking cold. Like, very cold here. You can see your breath indoors.
Laughs and inorganic.
Actually, come to think of it, I think that's just Casimir and Liara. So yeah, Casimir and Liara, you've never been in real cold before.
I don't like it. My skin is standing up. I don't know how to explain this.
Goosebumps.
Yeah,
Cold.
it's horrible. What is this?
Do you?
I recommend bundling up.
Also, if this was a real important meeting, shouldn't we get moose?
I just finished 10 hours with her, and she is implacable.
That's a word you don't hear often.
We brought Charlie the cultist
Hi.
/
Also,
enthusiast.
not a cultist. Yeah. I'm a draconic enthusiast. Hey, brother! Goes over to Reyna, who you know is Debbie. Debbie is the barkeep, half-dragon, as literally everybody that you have met thus far has been. Half-dragon, dragonborn, or an actual just dragon. There's a lot of wormlings. None of them are quite young yet. Not that you've seen, at least. And he goes over to Debbie. Give me a brewski. Yeah, sure. Pours a admittedly kind of okay ale.
As I'm just hurriedly fixing everything we broke, I toss a silver over.
His eyes go wide.
I pick it up and I hand it back to Moose. That's not really a thing here. We'll talk later.
So these are your guests then, Reyna, the ones that Her Highness wished to see?
Yes.
Okay.
And it seems they've brought someone with them?
He's a
Choose-
witness.
I'm Charlie.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm an enthusiast.
You sure are. Vascarvin did need a rest also, so we can go in the morning?
All right.
All right. Well,
I'll catch you up on what we've been doing.
Cool. Your
Good.
your suite's already prepared for you upstairs. So I mean, fortunately, we don't have a whole lot of extra space in town for people, but all of you can just share in there. Now, all of you head over towards the room, which is admittedly, it's decent. I mean, for all of you to be in here, it's going to be a little bit of a squeeze. One of you is going to have to take the couch. 2 of you could share the bed. It's big enough for that. And then the other 3 are going to have to get either cots or just lie on the floor. Without Moose fitting into an ottoman anymore, you actually have to think about it.
I'll just like parallel park myself into a corner.
I just thought of like when the Roomba hits the dock, it's like beep.
Face in corner. But anyways, so here you all are.
Reyna, it is good to see you again.
Oh, it's good to see you. I mean, but you now? This is going to take some getting used to. I can actually look you in the eye.
Yes,
If
that
you
was the choice of the height, to look people in the eye without having to strain my neck.
So is your body inside that somewhere, or is... is the body gone?
Well, yes.
I mean, she didn't ask you a yes or no question.
Yes.
So
Clearly, there were some issues with the whatever it was.
No.
Okay, I don't need to know how it is, but as long as it's you, everything, it's you.
Checks out. We thoroughly grilled him, and he had all the answers.
They demanded I call something a mating ritual.
Okay.
But I asked you about the lady in the woods. Only you, me, and Nobu know about that.
Oh,
Yes,
that's right.
That one still doesn't believe it's me. And I point at Casimir.
He's his own man.
I think he's just mad that you don't have blood anymore.
I'll forever be the one that got away.
Never got to taste mouse. Mouse folk.
There's still hope. Else.
I'm glad that everyone made it back together. So I just kind of share what she's been doing over downtime with, the new cons in place, going over the gist of the conversations I've had with Bas Carvin. And now we have Charlie? What did he witness?
Part of the cult. If he comes forward and says that he's part of a cult that's bringing them back, we're pretty much exonerated. That they're not real dragons. That's the whole point of this, right?
Right. But does he know that they're not real dragons?
Oh, they're real dragons.
Well, you're creating them, so they're not. You're literally making them seed.
People
They're
create things sometimes, but they're real.
It's as real as me, then.
Yeah, you're
they're-
real.
They're just not authentic dragons.
What we're accused of is killing dragons that were born under Vas Carvin. These dragons were not born under Vas Carvin.
No, it's for any dragon kin.
Well, if she considers these created dragons dragonkin, then I don't see how we're ever gonna pass
Oh,
this.
they're totally related. We take them from real dragons.
Understand that, but
Yeah, see, these guys are the ones who are screwing over the dragons, not us.
Hey, we're trying to bring them back.
they're also insane when they come back.
They're kids.
They kill everything in sight.
You ever hear about your terrible twos?
They're too. I
Did
think
it
they're
ever occur to you that one of Vas Carvin's, one of the dragons that you created out of a Vas Carvin scale came back as a strange, purely burrowing creature?
I didn't do that one.
So you know about it.
Oh, yeah.
like it's good just to have a witness to say that there's people making these things. It's better to have somebody that's actually doing it than just our word of somebody that she hates.
That's not a bad idea.
Also, we left one of them alive, so she can't be mad about that.
Things
But
gonna-
I can. What
Gave
happened?
up.
I gave up.
Probably shouldn't have. It was a red dragon.
Oh, he's a gentle giant. It's kind of like a cat.
I have not seen a house cat that can breathe fire and rip an arm off.
That dragon did not do very much of either. I mean, it breathed a little bit, but I was beating the shit out of it.
Be interesting to see what kind of present a dragon would bring home.
Here, Ma, I got a horse.
That would be funny.
Hey, no. Yeah, I guess I'll be talking to her tomorrow. Oh, I'm excited. I finally get to meet Carvin. Always heard great things about her.
Brace your expectations.
It's great. Being in the physical presence of a real fucking dragon.
See, you just said
Well,
that's
she's
a real
ancient.
dragon.
Ancient dragons are better than young dragons. They know more. They're stronger. But yeah, I guess I'm going to just sleep here, and lies across the couch. Good night.
I'll
I have to keep watch.
sit on a chair and keep watch and just rest that way.
Okay.
I will quietly move over to where his head is resting. Like if this couch is like has like an armrest on each side, I'll just like crouch, like with my eyes above the armrest at his head, and I'll go into sentry mode there.
Okay. We now have 3 people in the party who don't have to fucking sleep.
I'm actually going to sleep.
Ooh. Nice. So, everybody else goes to sleep as you have the 2 of them watching over your dragon friend who snores louder than any of you throughout the night. And you all have decent, quiet dreams. Liara, I do, however, need you to give me a charisma save.
She meditates. She's not sleeping.
Oh, you trance. I keep forgetting that you're an elf.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
I do not feel like talking to her right now.
We go
So
from
you'll
one
talk
bitch to
shit.
another.
You'll talk shit, but you'll never actually do anything about it.
Not tonight.
But anyways. Early in the morning, you all wake up, and you hear the sounds of the town become incredibly lively as the sun cresses over the horizon. You hear the sounds of multiple individuals moving around, working. Ooh, wrong one. That one. Multiple individuals working and thatching roofs and repairing different items, and all in all, immediately kick into gear and become incredibly active. As you all are trying to sleep, the noise from outside is almost like a construction zone. It is so obnoxious to have to deal with, but you all are awakened bright and early here. You're muted.
Alright.
So, wake up, everyone. She's not very patient.
All right.
I on sentry and immediately just start like lightly tapping Charlie.
Hey, morning. How's it going?
It's going good. You want to talk to Carvin?
Yeah! He shoots up immediately, and you all hear his stomach grumble very loudly. I didn't eat last night. Any of
We're
y'all got a
sorry.
ration?
I hand him one of my rations.
Hey, thank you. What is that, blueberry granola? Yummy.
I actually like raspberries more, but they only had blueberries.
Don't you hate that?
Mm,
Variety
I don't need
packs.
it anymore.
That's what they need. Oh, I'll take them.
I mean, here you go, and I'll add them one extra. I'm keeping these for if they ever need it.
Okay. And he'll eat both of the rations very happily. You know, one of these days, I want to open up a shop that sells variety packs of rations. Wouldn't that be great?
Be a whole lot better than getting yourself involved with some stuff.
Well, I mean, you gotta make a living somehow, right?
I'm not blaming you for it, I'm just saying.
So you all walk downstairs?
I guess.
Yeah, let's
Okay. Reyna. Uh-oh. Shit. Reyna, you are met with the same ensemble as you always are, first thing in the morning, as you are escorted to and fro this location by 4 Draco Knights. All 4 of them are 50% half-dragons, or more, and they wear dragon-themed helmets over themselves in full plate mail armor. The 4 of them are adorned in very well-crafted and gorgeous-looking armor at that, with ornate little symbols on them that none of you understand, correct? Reyna, you don't speak Draconic? Great. But yeah, the 4 of them are waiting outside, and from on top of the roof, all of you hear, "Ah! Ah!" as you look up at a brown wormling that's head is just coiling, watching you all. One of the Draco Knights step forward. All of you are expected at Vascarvin's court in under an hour. Leave immediately.
Alright then.
Take our
Single
lead.
file line. Gestures.
Ray, don't
So-
take the lead.
All right. One of the Draco Knights will walk slightly ahead of you. One of them walks beside your group, and the last 2 walk behind it. As you're all leaving, Charlie turns to the one beside them. Hey, brother. Nice to meet you. Sticks his hand out and immediately gets slapped away by the Draco Knight. Hey, that's not nice. We're family. Draco Knight just snarls at him.
Remember
Ooh.
what I said about expectations?
It's just one bad egg. It doesn't mean all of them are like that. Rude. And you all march. Now, as you are walking through the city, I would like a perception check from each of you, aside from Reyna, because Reyna, you already know what I'm about to say.
All right.
All right, that's 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Moose and Trivial are the only people who notice something aside from what I'm about to describe. The city streets have these very large walls separating different sections of this territory. Much in the same manner as Mauryan has their walls, but these ones are positioned to be militarized on the inside and outside. Any of you who have any amount of authentic military experience, meaning you've been with them for a little bit of time, realize that the tops of the walls have hanging cliffs over both sides, which allows them to shoot down on intruders from either side. meaning this is probably a militant state. Everybody who lives here is under an intense rule. The buildings, however, range from decently well crafted to incredibly nice. Like, there is buildings that were probably built by master crafts for specific families in this area, and other ones that were thrown together to serve a purpose. All of the thrown together ones look to be typical businesses that have homes on top of them for people to live out of. Similar to the Stormy Sword, as that has a similar construct to it, but that one is a little bigger in order to be a place for people to enter into and stay at. However, Trivial and Moose, as you are walking through the streets, you see sections of the walls that are being policed by not Draco Knights, but a different level of guard in this territory. And behind little tiny openings and outcroppings over there, you see these incredibly abysmal, very cruddy looking homes, barely thatched together with loose materials that seem just haphazardly thrown together. And for such a cold and inhospitable environment, that looks bad to live in. I mean, for anybody who has to endure this climate. Trivial and Moose notice the ghetto. But you all continue walking up the slope, heading over towards this massive castle.
Did we see any people, like, what did the people look like as we were passing?
All of them are half dragons, which means they have scaly bits on their faces, their body, other things like that. Thunder Gauntlet, yes. And they're dressed warm in this environment. The people past the wall, however, they're walking around with large blankets to keep themselves warm. Seems like a very large discrepancy between the two classes. Or three classes, or more.
Gotcha.
But anyways, as you are all walking up, you see this large, magnificent historical aspect of Zodiac itself. Sebastian and Trivial, because Casimir, I don't think you care that much at all about the history of the surface world, right? As a character?
No, not particular.
Okay. Sebastian and Trivial, you recognize this as Leo's castle. The place where he exploded it with divine and fiery energy in order to try to kill the champions of Zodiac, the heroes of Zodiac. And you see the char mark still on the outside of the building, and although the castle is magnificent and vast, it's uninhabited right now. There is a patrol around the outskirts, but nothing else. You all, however, walk past it to a windy path. The path goes up the side of the mountain, and as you are scaling up there, you see that there are stone stairs carved into this mountain, and you all have to walk up them. For about a mile, you all walk up these incredible stairs. I need each of you to give me a con save.
Can I alter
Is this because of the walking or because of the cold?
Little of both, and high altitude. What were you
I've
saying,
got a
Liara?
heavy.
I was gonna alter self to like get used to the cold and maybe something like a goat, like a satyr, I guess. Satyr, I guess. Just going upstairs and not being freezing.
Oh yeah, I mean that would work if you just goat yourself.
Yeah.
Got a fur coat.
Well, that helps with one of the things, but you're still climbing up a mile of
No,
stairs.
Wasn't sure if I get a bonus or.
I'll give
Damage
you
or anything.
advantage. I'll give you
Is this
advantage.
affecting me?
You are. Do you have anything that says you are unaffected by nature? Do you, Moose?
No.
Okay. Then, yes, it is affecting you. Liara, you also have advantage because of your alter self. Sebastian, since you were behind Reyna, that puts everybody except who is in the far back inside of your aura. Who was in the far back? And
I mean,
nobody would
going-
speak up.
I believe
Going-
I am. Sorry, it
Yeah,
takes me a
awesome.
minute to get my mute off.
No
I was
problem.
about to say, going by general like action so far, I guess it'd be trivial.
Okay. So Trivial, you're the only person not gaining the benefits of the +4.
I'd be back there with Trivial just because I think she was talking to her.
So are you in front of her or behind her? Since they said single file line.
Yes, right in front.
Okay,
Yeah,
then you
that's
still
fine.
get the benefit. All right. Trivial, I'm so sorry. It seems to always be you, but you will suffer a level of exhaustion from scouring the stairs. You get rid of it, though, by taking a short rest to catch your breath. It's a mile of stairs at a very high altitude in the freezing cold. It takes a lot out. As you all make it to the very tippy top, everybody else, you just need a moment to catch your breath. The Draco Knights seem perfectly acclimated to this environment as well, but Trivial, you're feeling it. This sucks. You all look out before you at a completely frozen over landscape. Even the bridge frozen of all of it as even the bridge stuck under inches of ice with these broken pillars on either sides, all of which collapsed, and even more Draco Knights lining between these pillars and the walkway. As you look over at what appears to be a very old temple out here, completely destroyed and mostly left in ruins. And you all see, sitting out front of this massive temple, is the High Ruler Vascarvin herself. And I think this is a perfect place for us to go ahead and go on break, everybody.
Oh
Right
my.
back. Hello and welcome, everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, before we jump back into the action, don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe if you are interested in supporting us just a little bit further. If you want to support us beyond that, then consider becoming a member here on our channel, or join our Patreon. If you want to get into any of our games, reach out to me and be sure to let me know. We do have plenty of open slots currently out there. Where last we left off, the party split off from Reyna, still, decided to investigate a room inside of that old-looking foreign skull you all climbed inside of. After going through it, finding the 2 chests, finding the keys, unlocking the chest, finding a unique seed that there was a little bit of in-party fighting between what was going to happen with it. Liara wanted to look at it herself and experiment with it herself, and Moose seemed to have a moral dilemma with trusting Liara with new pretty objects, because the last time he did so, well, we all remember what happened. But aside from that, you all teleported back to Mauryan, fast-traveled, met up with Marquis, and made a deal with him that if he gets the object, you all get it back when he's done examining and experimenting on it. And all of you get teleported over towards Leoless to help out Reyna, since now all of you were summoned to Carvin's Peaks. Now, once you arrived there, you found out that there's something a little strange here, as Moose tried tipping the barkeep, who looked terrified at that notion, and Reyna immediately snatched the silver piece up and said, no, we don't do that here. Though no real explanation was given to any of you. After talking about the cultist guy that you all brought with you, which I forgot to drag onto this map as well, I apologize. You all were traveling up to the peaks themselves, and that is where we are going to be beginning. You all walk forward across this incredibly icy covered bridge that seems to be natural for this environment, but still weary to be stepping upon and across. Even as you are stepping across it, you do hear little bits of cracks coming from the ice, or maybe some other ice or some other area, and aside from the actual bridge that you are a few inches on top of, you're not sure how far the drop is. As you all look forward for the first time, being in the presence of the High Ruler, Brown Dragon herself, Vas Carvin. She looks across all of you, and then I settle on you, Reyna, expectantly.
Good morning, High Ruler Vas Carvin. I have brought with me my companions who can give further witness to what I and Lord Clymesdale have been saying.
Which of you kept me waiting?
I'll step forward.
Okay. She eyes you up as you are moving closer. Sebastian also steps forward? Or
No,
looks confused?
I look confused.
She looks down over towards you, Moose. And who is this construct here?
I say, like, I'm not quite sure if I should, out of character, or like, internally, Moose is not quite sure if he should bow, so he just says, I am another one who received a bounty of yours. I am Moose, former mouse folk.
She seems to breathe in deeply, and even from this distance, you all feel a slight breeze moving towards her nostril from her very deep inhale. You do reek of those creatures, though fleeting.
I'm gonna look back at Casimir. Gonna see if he's still trying to connect the dots. And I'm gonna look back. Yes, it was a. Oh God. It'd be a charisma check to see if you can emotionally attach to a mouse, or a former mouse. I don't know. I'm going to say, yes, a construct body does take a while to fix and start back up.
And there are others amongst you that I did not have a query. Oh.
I'm gonna look at Reyna and I'm going to look at Charlie. This would be a member of the Volcanic enthusiasts, otherwise known as the perpetrators behind these slights against you.
My Highness, Vascarvin, I am so pleased to finally meet your grace. And, like, he just walks past all of you. You are such an incredible, benevolent...
Yeah. I was gonna grab him. Stop him.
Vascarvin just looks down. What are you doing? We've actually been working on trying to bring back all of the old dragonkin. Very, very hard. Maybe you know my associates. We're all half dragons. Most of us came from this land and then, left and everything like that. And I'm happy to become one of your brood again. She just snarls down.
I'm going to whisper towards Reyna's ear, which does not have any breath. It's just emanating out of the non-moving mouthpiece. And just going to say, I feel as if he is not going to live long.
She'll just nod and look back. High Ruler Vascarvin, it is my understanding that this dragon born here, Charlie,
Half dragon,
Charlie is part of a group that was creating these imitations. And if I understand correctly as well, they have brought some of the implements from which he has been creating them.
And Charlie just nods enthusiastically the entire time.
I will slowly, dealing with traffic control, place my hand towards my bag of holding. Have it visible to every Draco Knight in the area.
Clive raises his hands at you. Excuse me. And he walks over. I am the hand of Carvin, so I'll get whatever it is you need from your bag.
I will say, of course, and I will hand him the bag.
Thank you. What am I looking for? And he shoves his entire arm down in there.
Think up. I think I labeled it under cult paraphernalia 4.
Cult paraphernalia 4. And he pulls out this massive chest and drops it onto the ground. Ah, okay.
I will I will also detach the key ring. Third key.
He looks at the ring of keys and passives in the group. Trivial, Casimir, and Moose. You three... Oh, Liara as well. Yeah, 16. You four notice he eyes up that key ring and then looks at the four of you, like, at all of you, trying to, like, get your attention to look at one of the keys before dragging the case over to Boss Carvin.
I'll look at the key. Sorry, Jero.
You look at the key.
Yeah, he was... Okay, please...
Roll me a perception check. Roll me a perception check.
Oh. Where's my shit? There's my shit.
Or, better yet, insight check. Sorry, insight check.
I joined that as well.
You did notice, so yes. Yes, you can.
Oh, Jesus.
Ditto, I want in on that.
Go for it.
Everyone... Oh, okay, I still... Somehow still beat it.
Meh.
Okay. Alright, let me roll a persuasion from Clive.
Biggest second...
He finally has a
second
character
biggest...
sheet. He rolled really poorly. So Moose and Casimir are the only two that notices. He recognizes that last key on the ring. And he was trying to, like, communicate something to the two of you cautiously.
Is that the one that's replicated?
Yes, it is.
I'm going to look at it, realize. I'd like to submit cult paraphernalia 5.
So you're offering the key up?
Yes. I would like to identify this as another object found within the confines of their planning base.
Clive comes over and takes the key from you and brings it over, as well as Voss Carvin leans over, just looking at the open chest with scales and the key.
I believe one of those scales was one of hers, right?
One of them were brown, yeah. What is the meaning of my missing scale being in this box? Charlie looks over. Oh, it's actually a funny story. So Garfield, Garfield, he's the guy I was working with. They all killed him. These guys are kind of assholes. Well, he said that he snuck in up here and managed to pay one of your guards in order to get the scale so that we could make more of you, to help you, like, replenish, your brood. Since we know you had all of those issues with being able to have eggs of, like, actual dragons and wormlings and stuff. And, Reyna and Moose, you see Carvin unhinges her jaw and is lowering her head incredibly quickly down on top of him. All right, Reyna, I need an athletics check for you to pull him back.
Damn it. I thought maybe a guard was going to kill him.
24?
I'll flash that genius.
28. Okay, so now I actually have to roll for Carvin to see if her attack roll is higher than that. Because she can feasibly beat a 28. But it's not an automatic success.
I can never tell.
She, as you are dragging him backwards, her two front fangs lock into his legs and pierce straight through and rip all the way down as you are holding him, dragging him backwards from her grip. As she just snarls down, as he's, like, in shock right now that his legs were just bitten the fuck into. Reyna, that
defiled our law here.
And you are welcome to deal with him in your own laws.
I'm going
Then
to
back
look at Clive.
away.
Clive's eyes is just like wide right now, like looking at all of you, very concerned.
Yeah, I'm going to like when he like meets eyes, air quotes, with me. I'm going to say, call paraphernalia 6. As I point to Charlie, and I back away from him.
Okay. Reyna, are you trying to defend him or are you relinquishing him? Okay.
Relinquishing and backing everyone else up.
She looks down at him as he's like lying on the ground. Wait, we're doing this for you, for all of the dragon kind. We want to bring all of them back. And she takes one breath as all of you hear a sharp whistle echo through this area and shoots through his body, completely ripping him to shreds.
Well, if I might say, this is kind of what we're talking about here. These guys are doing some fucked up shit, and we're trying to put a stop to it. We were actually tasked on this path by Gazerzes. We ran into him. I'm not sure. And
before you continue, Reyna, have you brought up Gazerzes to Vascarvin yet?
It would have been in a. He was, in sort of a, not necessarily to pit them against each other, but just saying that he has been a witness and that he would be, able to comment on our experience. Not like we work for him, like just he saw these things, he knows what they are way.
Okay. So she is aware that Gazerzes is awake.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she's not taken aback by that information.
So, I mean, we were told that these were all abominations, and so we were just trying to stop this fuckery. With all due respect.
Clive looks between each of you and like nods his head slowly. Continue, Moose.
I'm going to look around to see if I can see Clydesdale.
Clydesdale? Clydesdale has not made it up here yet.
Thankfully.
Which could be a very bad thing for him, but he doesn't do stairs well.
I'm going to need to replace his lungs eventually.
Clive, nods at you all encouragingly. Casimir Moose, it's easy enough since your previous insight. Even Trivial and Liara could discern, yes, you're doing good. He seems to be trying to help you guys not die here as, his contribution.
If we had any doubt as to their authenticity, we would have reached out, because having other dragons in the world is, of course, something that you would be concerned about and interested in.
Yes, the presence of others would be needed for you to conveniently tell me about as soon as possible. As I see it, you all have killed these abominations. and have retrieved what was stolen from me.
She looks down at Clive, and Clive looks over at her. Yes, Vaskarvin?
Issue a ceasefire and retreat of our troops.
Immediately, Vaskarvin. And Clive gestures over at one of the Draco Knights, who salutes and leaves. Reyna, one of the tense situations that you found out about is, since she thought all of Zodiac was harboring you, she was preparing her Draco Knights to go to war with Zodiac. Just until they turn you all over.
So that was diffused. Good. Good.
No.
I'm going to. Oh,
Go ahead.
I'm going
no,
to
go.
let
You go.
Vaskarvin speak. Okay, so I'm going to whisper. While Clive is doing that, I'm going to whisper to Reyna. That's news. What else do we have to deal with?
There's the bounty. There's probably assassins that
That
are,
goes hand in hand with the bounty.
well, certainly, but there's also ones that are loyal to her, not necessarily trying to convince others to come after us. And probably more than one ritual to curse us. I've only gotten her to admit to one.
All right. I'm going to Okay, so Moose says I defer to you on this, but I do have to ask her for her knowledge of that scale, and I point to the yellow one. We found a yellow scale, which brings me nothing but dismay.
I am not your personal tutor.
If you would prefer, Vaskarvin, I could allow them to learn more about our culture so that they can better understand how to please us in the future.
You've been jumping the normal Clive.
And she just coils her serpentine-like head down towards him.
You wouldn't be hiding anything, would you?
Of course not, Vaskarvin. I would never be so foolish as to try to ever hide something from you.
Out of character. Oh boy, Carl really wants to bring up that key.
Moose, and all of the others with your previous insight check. Actually, just Moose and who was the 23? Casimir? The two of you notice he is actively fucking lying. Like he's lying. Do you do anything about it?
Carl is fucking chaotic. I'm concerned about. Oh, chaotic neutral. Never mind.
Fuck him. But
All right.
then.
So, are we in agreement? Do you want Clive to be fucking incinerated?
No.
Narrated, but
Oh.
no.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. We're in agreement to bring us up.
No.
I think he might tell us about it later, rather than telling Vaskarvin. I think that might be important.
I don't know. I feel
Yeah,
like if hide a secret from Vaskarvin and she knew that we knew, then
keep in mind, he is the person who gave you guys the heads up instead of the assassins. Just in case.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking this is about.
I think it's about the. I thought it was about the key.
Well, I'm saying he did that out of the kindness of his heart before. What you all wish to do is your call, but yeah.
All
Or
right,
Moose
let's
more
pay back.
particularly.
We can find out later.
Yeah, no. Moose is just going to stare at Clive and then rotate back to Garvin.
Okay.
Supervised. They may stay at your estate, but you all will be supervised by my God.
Roll me a stealth check, Trivial, just to see if anybody notices. You just whoop. You can totally get away with it, but we have to see if you can. Oh no!
Even I saw
Wow.
that.
I think everyone in the party saw that.
The Draco Knights, Vas Carvin, Clive, everybody
Oh.
watches you move over to the pillar and just lean.
Except Reyna.
Raina's like, please don't let any of these idiots get anybody killed.
Yeah, but Reyna doesn't see the stealth. She's got an 11. That was a 13.
I know, but she's just still, she's thinking about everybody else.
Hey, I'm just standing over here. You know, I'm tired from that trek up the mountain. I just need to lean. It's fine.
Like me,
Ignore me.
Tony, she's fine. We're here for emotional support.
As for the bounty, it will be recalled. The assassins under my lineage will also be recalled. Clive will give you knowledge to your curse. And you may remove that yourself.
Very gracious. I appreciate your willingness to hear the evidence that we had brought forward, and your graciousness in upholding your word.
I have one request from the wolf. Xerxes. I would like a summit with him.
I will see if he will agree to one.
Tell him if he does not come here, I will go to him.
I will let him know as well.
She takes one step backwards. And then looks over at you, Liara. Do you still look angry?
That's just pissed.
And she just moves her head side by side, looking you, gauging.
Remove them from my peak.
And immediately, Draco Knights move around you. Clive moves over to the dead body. Hinge, actually, no, you gave him the key and the scale, so he has to keep those here now. And starts cleaning the body off of the peak. as you all will be escorted back down by the Draco Knights.
You all have 24 hours to evacuate Leolis.
And she slowly walks inside of the destroyed, cruddy temple.
Reyna will finally let out that breath that she's been holding, even though she doesn't breathe. Really? Like,
I mean, it's instinct at this point. People still try and breathe in when they're drowning.
Well, that went well. Oldie Charlie got killed.
Yeah, Charlie.
Honestly, I was expecting him to die.
He was talking a lot of crazy shit. He should have shut up.
Could have saved him. Didn't need to
He
die.
tried. Yeah.
We also could have tried to fight Vast Carvin.
He's never going to get that extra hour of rec time.
You don't have to fight somebody to convince them not to kill something. It shouldn't have to be a situation. She just looks angry.
Yeah. I'm going to look at the Draco Knights, probably listening to our conversation.
Oh yeah, there is no privacy as you are walking. The only respite is if she's being quiet, there is a win.
Yeah, and I'm just going to look at Liara. We're dealing with Vast Carvin. I don't know how to convince her without fighting.
Liara's not saying anything. She just looks pissed.
Wait.
well, now it's just we wait to learn about that curse, and so we can have it removed.
Do you think the curse transcends bodies?
Maybe.
So, you all walk down the summit, back into the town itself. And this is just an atmospheric map, or a just in case you all do something and end up fighting map. Either or. As you are walking down, you are brought past what looks to be a large bazaar, a trading station between everybody who lives here. And all of you notice something odd for the world all of you are used to. They are trading goods with one another, not coin at all.
That's why I said what I did about the silver. The ordinary people of this territory do not carry coin of any kind. It's a purely bartering system.
Seems terribly inefficient.
There's the man that's...
You need to introduce him.
Well, what
That's
if
exactly-
you have something that you want to trade, but they don't want it, so now it has no value? That's why there's gold coins. You can buy whatever you want with it.
I could probably make a killing here. Watch this.
Yeah.
I'm
Who
going
wants
to-
a big ass carrot?
I was going to do something, but then I realized you were talking about Electrum.
No, not specifically Electrum.
We're going to I'm going to lean in towards Reyna again. What do you think the chances are that they'll get attacked for using Electrum here?
Very high. And so would anyone else who accepted it. And probably me for allowing it.
Clive, is there like a store with plants? Botanist?
Around this time, Clive does come running up to you with a bloodied sack over his shoulder. Yes? What? What did you want?
Like
Hi.
botanist nearby. I mean, we're here for a day. Might as well make the most of it.
We have a couple of herbalists in town. I will advise you all, don't do any trade of coin. It is not recognized tender inside of Leolis. We only do bartering and trade of physical items. If you would like me to convert your coins to physical items, I can do that for you. If you have
gems
need
work?
for it. In certain circles, you have to find the individuals who need/want them.
That's what I'm talking about. Inefficient.
Don't worry, I got these jars of shining caterpies.
Yeah.
You pull out the jar and they're all like huddled with each other in the bottom because it's so fucking cold.
I'm sure somebody's. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go to the botanist unless one of these dragons has to keep following us.
Yes.
they do.
Everywhere you go, you must be escorted. Sorry, it is one of the laws of Leolis. But it's okay. We can all go to the botanist shop together, right?
I was just gonna do a quick shop. Like I wasn't trying to RP.
I don't think we have a choice in how many go at the same time.
Well, unfortunately, a shop tells you a lot about the culture you are in. So at least role-playing in one of them, I would recommend.
Okay.
Yeah. So you go over to a closed-off building that has a warm hearth inside of it, but you only get the warmth if you are behind the counter itself. They have a whole lot of winter-style ferns, pine needles, and other things that would grow naturally out here, and things that you could grow indoors, even in this cold environment, like different mosses and stuff like that. And as you come inside, you see the half-dragon limping over to you as their right leg is like the hind leg of a dragon, while their left one is a normal leg, and just comes over towards you all. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Vas Clive. Pleasure. She bows towards him. What could I help you all with today?
Your most exotic herbs used for alchemy or cooking. No, alchemy.
We do have a handful of things that are hard to get outside of the peaks themselves, but I would limit your expectations for the rarity of such items. But did you have anything in mind? Troll moss, funkelberries, winter berries, frozen lilacs, pine needles.
Frozen lilacs and troll moss. Troll moss sounds like it'd be very useful.
Troll moss? Okay. And frozen lilac?
Yes, please.
Very well, very well. We do have these here today, and I could trade this for 2 rations.
2 rations? Oh my goodness. I was about to give you one of these caterpies. Pull out the glowing vial.
Not my caterpies.
I guess 2 Do I have any more rations? I ate all my rations because we were on.
I walk over to the counter.
I have some rations.
Yeah.
Just I'm speaking. Just ding, 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 ding. Place 2 rations on the counter.
Moose doesn't eat anymore, remember?
Yeah, I forgot about that too. That's why I have 10.
Yeah.
Do you have seeds with these?
I can see about the lilac. I'll be right back. Please, Clive, everybody, help yourselves. Walk around. Enjoy the aroma. She smiles outside of the door where one of the Draco Knights is standing in the doorway, just like watching. By the way, this escort, before Clive showed up, you all had 4 Draco Knights. Now that he's here, there's 6 of them. 2 of them were put on him, 4 of them on your group. But yes, she goes into the back, and all of you do see this incredible shop that has very unique things that most of you have never experienced before in your life. One thing that stands out to you, however, Liara, and Casimir, because you have been apprenticing under Liara, correct?
Science.
Yeah, technically.
Some
If you
things
can
you
call it
learn through
apprenticing.
osmosis. Like, it's just... the 2 of you would notice, the pottery in here looks very heavily reused. Like, you use the same thing for the same thing over and over and over and over, which typically is not that bad, but with rarer herbs, you would usually, sell the whole pot to somebody and then reshape it. Apparently, that is not something she's capable of doing. Over towards the back side of the shop itself, especially since the 2 of you pretty much live in a shop right now, you can tell the counters are chipped away, and there is the faintest portion of it that Casimir picks up that has blood stains on the corner. It looks kind of like a splattering blood stain on it. That's very, very long since dried up. She walks back out and has a folded piece of cloth that she hands over to you, Liara. Here you go.
Sarah's gonna thank her and start casting mending on that counter.
Okay.
Thank you. Jared, do I know what Tromos or any of the stuff does, or nature check? Because
Tromos can do a potion of fire breathing because it's incredibly flammable. That's one of the primary ingredients to one of the recipes for a potion of fire breathing.
Like Dragon's Breath?
Dragon's Breath, yeah. And the frozen lilac, that can be used for a potion of frost resistance. Now, the only way to use it is to use it before it dethaws, so please keep that in mind. But you are given a seed to the lilac, not the moss, obviously.
I'd be surprised if they gave us moss seeds.
As you're holding on to that piece of cloth, Liara, your passive is not bad, right?
16.
Oh yeah, no, that's not bad at all. There's the 2 seeds, but there's also something like folded over and tucked into it very far.
Okay, I'll grab the little letter. I'll try to look at the seed. I'll try to open it a little without like showing everybody in the area that I'm opening the letter.
Roll me a sleight of hand check.
Things Liara is horrible at. I'll use my session inspiration.
Help, I'm being mugged. He's underneath the counter.
Oh,
4.
jeez.
I dropped the letter.
I don't even think I can save that.
I'm not going to say it's a failure until I complete this sentence that is going to be completing right now. Okay, that is a failure. Yeah, as you kind of like move it over to the side, just a faint gust of wind comes through and pushes the folded piece of parchment out onto the floor. And the one Draco Knight walks in here towards the piece of parchment.
Pick it up and read it.
All right, then I need you to give me another sleight of hand check. Beat him to it.
The hand.
I will say, oh man, you dropped your seeds.
13. It's my receipt. That's all I'll say.
Is that a guidance?
Guidance.
That's a guidance. Oh no, you dropped your seed. Slap.
Here's another +4 to you.
All right, so in a very quick instant, you lean over, pick up the piece of parchment, unravel it, and it just has a time on it. 1:30 a.m. And as the guard comes over at that point after you read it, he takes the letter and begins trying to rip it out of your hands.
Okay, I'll give it to him. Sorry, I think it's instructions for how to plant these things. Like when they grow.
Out of character. You could have thought of so many other things to say there.
That's actually not a bad lie.
Yeah,
roll
but like,
me a
oh, it's
deception
Exactly
check.
what I was thinking. It's like, oh,
that's
this is
not-
when you plant the seeds. They're
Yeah.
magical.
That's not a
No,
bad lie.
Sorry, no, I was still on the mindset there was a frozen lilac, and I was like, oh, that could be the time where it de-thaws, like roughly.
Oh, no.
It's deception, Liara, go.
Oh, God, she's good at persuasion, guys.
You're lying.
Oh,
Yes, there we go.
Oh,
23.
thank Christ.
He looks at the letter, looks over at the looks at you, looks at her, looks at you, looks at her.
Next time, don't waste valuable paper. Just talk.
And he flicks it at her.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about that.
Reyna will take it and put it in Liara's shirt. Don't be so careless.
My bad. Okay, let's head to Clive's place, or unless you guys want to go somewhere.
Yes, please. Let's all go back to my estate. A place such as this is not very fond for me to be around much longer, please. And he starts, like, ushering everybody out at the same time. All of you other than Reyna, I'm sorry. You're the one with the bad perception compared to everybody else. As you all leave the shop, you all hear her finally let out a very deep sigh of relief. That seemed to be very stressful for her, obviously. But as you walk through the town, you see that there are many other burrows similar to this one that you are moving through, some of which are fairly nice and orderly. Oh, I forgot the dynamic lighting was off. Here you go. But eventually you come over to one like this. There appears to be naturally occurring plants out in this area that all have their own tiny little garden that they are placed into. You all walk into this little area in this direction, and as you get here, the gates behind you all closes by one of the Draco Knights. It is at this point that 3 normal guards, all still half dragons or some variation of it, come in as your guides or your babysitters. The gates are closed. You're all allowed to move inside, and Clive smiles at you all and most of you probably aren't acclimated to this environment very well, so would you like to go inside or rest by the garden?
I think if you have a fire available, that would be the most appropriate.
Very
Definitely
well.
inside.
Very well. You all walk down in this direction where you lead into one of the many offshoot buildings that hook and move and wane throughout this entire district. I mean, he has a very nice quality of life, especially compared to the other places you all have seen here. As the hand of Voskarvin, it stands to justify that he gets treated differently because of that. Now, you move inside of his nice little area, nice little home, and you have to walk down an L-shaped corridor to get over towards a large living quarter, where there is an already prepared hearth, blistering and heating this entire section of this very large estate. You see that there is nobody else in here other than all of you and the 3 basic guards. Though the guards do give you all a little more privacy, they stand on the outskirts of this room as all of you are brought inside. Now, there are 2 couches that could suit any 2 of you, and there are 2 end seats that could also suit 2. As you all...
I'm gonna grab Trivial and try to sit on the couch. I'm gonna lead her towards the couch.
Trivial, do you resist?
Not at all. As long
Okay.
as it's close to a fire, I'm good.
He looks over at the guards. Excuse me, I hate to be a nuisance, but we have more guests than we have seats. Could you go over to the east wing and bring us in a couple of chairs? The guards all look at one another, and he now, and they all immediately get up and go off to do that. We'll be right back, and hurries. As soon as you can no longer easily hear the echoes of their footsteps, he very quietly but speedily moves over to your side, Liara. What did the letter say?
It didn't say anything. Don't worry about it.
No, tell me, please. I need to know.
1:30 a.m.
It's good. Shoot, we don't have the key. Shit. That's bad. I'll see if I can't communicate to you all later, about what is going on. You all need to be very careful, and I need your help. And he very quickly goes back over to the hearth to start poking at it as you hear a different door open, and those 3 guards carry in chairs for the remaining 3 individuals here.
Raina will take a second to point them out where they should put them.
I'm going to look at the chairs. Are any of them strong enough to fit like 300 or so pounds of pure metal?
This is a very nice estate he has. Everything's well crafted. I'd say yes. I'd say yeah.
Okay, can I find one that couldn't? Is it one that's obviously like more decrepit? I'm trying to find an opening to get them to.
You're proficient in
Excellent.
carpenters, right?
Yep.
Roll that utilizing wisdom. Let's see.
Every time you say that, I just think of roll that beautiful bean footage.
What the? Bush's baked beans.
That's a 17.
I would totally be sponsored by them. I'd love
Oh
that
wait,
shit.
that's a +4 and extra 21.
+4 extra
Because-
from your wisdom?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, from expertise because artificer.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're bullshit. Thank you. 21.
I'm the one person that gets expertise and tools.
Oddly enough, the couch Liara and Trivial are seated on, it is a longer couch, not like a love seat. It has 4 legs, but by the looks of it, it has no middle support at all. And there is some wear and tear on those legs, which would suggest if you sat between the 2 of them, it will break.
I'm going to look at Liara and Trivial, and I'm going to say, move aside. As I am just like no decorum, no decorum, just swing around, thunk.
All right. Fuck it. Both of you give me dex saves. Just. He's a big boy.
Hey, it's actually the thing is
He's a heavy boy, not big.
I neglected to point this out. I've switched over to the heavy armor of Garfield.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so as the 2 of you chonkers, yeah. Liara rolled, we need Trivial to roll.
She's still
Is she AFK?
No.
I was going to say she's still trying to fight.
It's easy. It's not your spell save DC. Trivial, you gently slip out of the way, but Liara, you see him sitting here and you already felt a little wiggle. You just stand up and move. Trivial, you kind of you miss getting crushed by him as he sits down with a large thud and the couch caves inwards, but you definitely do slide and bump into him aggressively. Now very uncomfortable in this seated position.
Damn it, Moose.
Oh. So sorry, Lord Clive. Could you get these servants to bring in
Yes.
something?
Yes, the east wing. We have other couches. Go fetch them quickly. And you, get this mess out of here. And the 2 run out to get the couch, and the one grabs the legs of the one couch and starts bringing it out himself as it's now split in half, giving you all another... 1 second. I can do this again. 30 seconds. Go.
What
All right,
is
Clive.
your suspicion?
There's some tamperings underground from a ritual that we found not that very long ago that seems to be remnants of the Zodiac gods themselves. I used to have access to it. She revoked it from me, and that key is the key, exactly the key that gets in there.
I can make a copy of it.
And then, oh no, you guys still have another 15 seconds.
Yeah, I can make another copy of it.
That is good. That
Do
is
it.
good. Okay. All right. We're gonna have to find a way to get out there, though. It's no longer inside of my building. It's inside of the other one that I used to live in. I know the way, though. I can get us over there. I don't know what's going on, but she banned me from going in. And at this point, you hear them all coming back in.
Mm-hmm. Is warming her hands at the fire.
I'm going to
Casual.
kind of be selling it to it. I'm just going to say, so sorry about the couch, Clive. I did not realize that it wouldn't support
Please.
my metallic weight.
It's perfectly fine. You're our guests, and we treat our guests with respect here and generously. And the other guys bring in the couch as the other guy just got done sweeping up and taking out the old couch. And this new couch, yeah, this one's a lot sturdier, Moose. It definitely won't break that easily.
Just to spite them, I'm going to sit on one of the chairs.
Really good chair, like super cozy, man. Like you sink in a little bit, but it has that good like arch support for your back. It's nice. Leather.
Trivium was to sit on Moose as she broke the couch. Trivial, there's another couch. It's the trauma couch.
But anyways, he'll look over at all of you and so, I'm sorry that your stay here in Leolis is going to be such short-lived, but luckily with the 24 hours we have given to us, I believe we can call forth a meal for us all to be prepared. Do any of you have preferences within reason? Keep in mind we don't have any freshwater fish or saltwater fish.
Do you have a teleportation circle at your place, Clive?
No, there are no teleportation circles within Leolis.
Bossing say.
No. Voss Sing say.
That's what I should have fucking named it. Damn it. God, that would have been so much better. Bossing say. Next time.
The outside.
What'd you say?
Hey, I can make some good ones.
That was a good one. You know, I'll give it to you. That was here you go.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking good.
You get an inspiration for that one. That was fucking good. That was yeah. But Liara, go ahead.
Well, I was just asking about teleportation circles. We don't have one. And you never answered my question from earlier, Trivial, if you wanted to help me garden when I got back.
Oh, sure.
Okay, perfect.
Gypsy, right? One of the guards looks over at Clive and yeah, sir. Didn't you just pick up botany not that long ago? Yes, sir. Well, I hear Liara here has one of the finest botanical gardens in all of the Mauryan.
It's not that great.
Oh.
That's pretty nice. It's run by a deep gnome.
A what?
My friend Blukey, she's my best friend.
What is it?
You know what a gnome is?
No.
I don't know if
Probably
I'm
best
supposed to
not to
take
know.
offense to that.
Yes, aren't you are you still considering hiring more help?
Yes, if you wanted a job there.
Oh, no. That's not a possibility. However, if you are looking for tips, I mean, maybe Liara is available to discuss these things with you tonight.
I can do that tonight. Up until
I don't get off my shift until early morning. 4 a.m.-ish.
That's fine. I'll be in my room then.
Well, I mean, if you're only watching over all of us, you're welcome to visit her a little earlier, say 1-ish? 1:15?
Yeah, that works.
Clive looks at you, Liara, like, please. Wonderful. And then you can learn from one of the best, right? It'd be nice to learn from someone who has practice. Thank you.
Of course. Anything to help.
As we're talking, I'm going to open up my heat metal compartment, the little dart.
Oh no.
Yes, I'm going to quickly shoot the. No, I'm just like, I'm opening it, taking out the little contraption. Don't mind me, just maintenance. And I'm just beginning like the hour ritual of switching spells.
Now, trivial, remove your exhaustion. 1 hour of short resting is easily achieved in here by the hearth.
Fantastic.
So, as you're all sitting there, he will continue to, how about a full goat? Would that be reasonable dinner for you, or do any of you have any dietary restrictions?
I'd like to try.
The fact that I can't process any organic food is that's a joke. I am made out of metal.
Yes, but do you consume, excuse me, oil?
And it sounds like a car starting up. You know. No, I consume nothing. In
Very
fact, I can
well.
store liquids.
Oh, can you?
I like open up the chest compartment, take out the water skin. This is how we've been getting our water skins, by the way.
Well, that does remind me. Can all of you, looks at the guards again, fetch us a full goat, right? And 2 of you, I'm sorry, Gypsy, stay here, please, in case you want to have a conversation. To go fetch us a goat, and we need a barrel of glacier water, okay? Clive, sorry, sir, but we are not supposed to, leave your estate while you have foreign people here. It's fine. I have known Reyna since she was a child, practically. And all of these individuals have been exempted by Boscarvin herself, acquitted of all of their accused. So I'm perfectly safe, and you'll be back very shortly. You just need to get that glacier water. I mean, it is my responsibility to ensure all of them have the best experience while they're here. Correct? The guard looks a little suspicious of him.
I'm going to just like stand up, walk in a corner, and unarmor. So it later like folds back into itself, just. And I am literally a walking skeleton at this point. So like, sorry, it was stuffy in there.
I don't think I'm ever gonna get used to that.
I
How does this do?
can give you my word that we'll simply be waiting. And I will use my game advantage on that persuasion.
I'm going to like.
Here's the question before you roll, though.
Oh shit!
Before you roll persuasion, Reyna, you're aware that that's probably not true, correct?
Yep.
This is deception.
Okay.
However, with your background, you don't have to use your inspiration. You have advantage.
That's right.
This is diplomatic conversations. You're good at
Yeah.
these.
19.
So hold on. As Asmus walks back over to his chair and like possibly annoying trivial with the fact that he's now a skeleton, is just going to like cross one of his legs, staring at the at one of the guards that has been protesting.
All of them are fixated on you and only you.
And I'm just going to say, I'll be here. Well, I'll be here as long as I am allowed to be. And I'm going to give her a +4.
Alrighty.
That is considered a failure.
19 was not considered a failure. He rolled a natural 17 +1. So
okay.
close, but not a failure. Very well. We'll be back very short. In about 20 minutes or so, okay? Yes, of course. See? Go ahead. As the two of them are walking out, Reyna, everybody notices, including Reyna, that he points at you, Reyna. Which of your allies would be able to charm him? You hear in your head.
I know. I'm trying to think of who that would be. Would it be Liara?
You can make the assumption of Liara, for sure. You've seen her do similar magics.
Okay. Then I'd say Liara.
My fist in his face. Clive will, after doing that, the guard goes, Clive, they said no one's allowed to be casting spells, and Clive looks at you, Liara. Liara, charm him, please.
I can't do that right now. I was gonna wait till 1 a.m. I have a spell that
I'm going to say it doesn't have to be charming, and I'm going to hypnotic pattern him.
Okay, throw that out. That 12. He goes, wait, and like goes for a whistle, and then ooh.
Jesus.
How long does that last?
Up to a minute.
Guys, I could have kept him friggin' stuck for an hour. What are you doing?
Look, this is a plan thrown together with hopes and dreams.
And I'm gonna come up behind him and non-lethally just.
It's
back.
Oh, jeez.
And Clive will try to
suggest tying
intervene.
him up.
No. We need him to not know that anything is going on, so they don't get suspicious when they get back. Oh no.
Midday, guys. Okay, you know what? Here's the plan. I have a spell. I can keep him occupied for an hour. I can sneak out easily. It's a spell I've been working on. I'm gonna snap my fingers and use mislead. And you're gonna see Liara is still standing there. And then you're gonna hear a voice from across the room. That's not really me. I can control it though. I can make it run in circles. I can make it do all these nice things for an hour. You know, 1:30 when this was supposed to happen.
This is bad. Oh, we are losing. Can any of you charm?
No, I can't.
I'm gonna look at Casimir. I'm
Hello.
going to say, can you do the vampire thing?
I can just make him terrified of me.
Oh fuck.
Not
So-
that kind of vampire.
I got a hammer.
I avoid looking at Reyna.
All right, your spell's
Look.
about to end, by the way, Moose.
I'm going to as he's in his stupor,
Yeah.
I'm going to say, have a quick nap. And I'm going to persuade him into accepting a cat nap.
Roll at disadvantage. No one can help. It's
Persuasion?
yes.
Actually, I'm going to use my pun.
Okay. I'll allow that one.
And a +4.
To 17. He looks at you and goes, I really have to. Falls to the ground.
Okay. Not sure what this is gonna do. She pulls out flour. And
I'm going to. Yeah.
Dragon Lily.
Sorry.
I could just shove it in his mouth or something. I know it has a charm effect, but maybe I can make something really quick that will do a charm.
We have 10 minutes. I look at Clive. This is the best I can do.
Well, if you have a charm thing, make him eat it. Very well. So now that we have 10 minutes, now that we have 10 minutes, I used to live in a different house, nowhere near as nice as this one. But hearing that all of you were coming here, Vas Carvin decided to give me the responsibility of, if for some reason you all could be acquitted, convincing you that nothing was going wrong. Inside of the other house, it used to belong to one of the generals of Leo, in individual sites, eyes, something like that. I don't remember their name. And, well, I found in the basement, hidden under a massive, beautiful rug, a mirror. And when you move the mirror, mundanely, it was a staircase that went into the underground where there was a massive magical jail cell down there. A lot of dead creatures were there already. Not undead, dead, like dead. And while I was looking at all of that, is when the guards came in, found it, and after I reported all of it to Vas Carvin, Vas Carvin started sending guards down there to investigate it, look more closely at it. After a couple of weeks of all of that happening, she told me that I am no longer allowed to go down there, and I had to give her the key to the, mirror contraption that we fixated over top of it to lock it shut. I relinquished it, and on leaving, I saw they were dragging something into the basement that was in an incredibly large crate and cage. It was also around that time where, I hate to say this, but some scales went missing off of Carvin, and she knew about it. So...
Did you do it?
No, I am happy to help all of you right now because I don't want bad things to happen to good people. But I will never, ever go against Vas Carvin. I will not die for her. I'm sorry, but I am happy to help this so long as I can get away with it.
Certainly.
Yes.
And she has the key.
Yes, and it was a very
was it one of the
special
ones that
key.
were on the key ring, or?
Yes, it was. And I was wondering why you all got that key, when it looked exactly like it, the one that was to it. It was a custom key, incredibly rare for an incredibly difficult lock.
Well,
You did not. No, I will own up to it. I misunderstood what you were trying to signal.
It's fine. It's difficult
I can make a
communicating.
copy, though.
Oh, don't worry. It made
you know,
things last time. I'm sure the friggin' thing crushed up in the water might make him forget something.
like back in Mauryan, we got Garfield's head, and they were thinking about asking the questions. Maybe we should ask him who helped him get the scales or how he got the keys.
That's what I'm wondering as well, because if Garfield had affiliation with... That building is under Vas Carvin's rule, and her Draco Knights are inhabiting and watching it all the time. Outside, patrols, inside, patrols. Living in, guards.
This would be
But
a
if they
lot.
had a connection to that, then she has a connection to the elementals, and by quitting us, therefore she has us less invested in killing them, and less interested in seeing a tie-up between her and them.
And, well, as far as I'm concerned, Charlie is the scapegoat to all of this at this point, for her to be free and acquitted of all of this. Now, in addition to all of this happening, I have been, since you've been here, Reyna, trying to get into contact and have a conversation with you, but I'm always surrounded by Vas Carvin, and I will not try anything in front of her. that would be the dumbest mistake any of you can make. She is not a foe. I hear all of you are capable. I can't say that you can't handle her, but I would highly advise against it. She has survived eon or 1,000 years, millennia. That's 100 years.
No, centuries 100.
Oh yeah,
Millennium's 1,000.
millennia. She has survived millennia. So she is nothing to be trifled with. However, if we can get a showing of force, a proof that she is doing all of this, then she would have to be stopped. I mean, rampaging infantile dragons. I love dragons. It's my culture, my community, but those ones are doing nothing but wreaking havoc.
Would you suggest that we take guards prisoner? That we capture the mirror? What do you suggest?
The building is going to be lit on fire at 1:30 a.m. At that time, Carvin's quarters are going to be attacked by other people inside of the lower wall. There's a rebellion that has been building for quite some time for all of them who are tired of the state of living that they are given, and I have on good authority that they are going to attack that, distracting her while the building lights on fire, evacuating all of the guards. At that time is when we can go in there, and when you can go in there and get into the basement and get into the jail cell. I will warn you, it has innate magical protections in it. The alarm sounds to whoever the warden, dedicated warden is, if you enter into any of the glowing lights protruding from any of the sconces. And each of the sections have magical protections and these celestial-like guards that come out and attack the moment you go in there. But we need to find what she's doing. We need hard proof of it.
Right, and after this, is there a way that we can get out of the city quickly? Can we teleport?
Is there a teleportation circle here, by the way? If you should tell me where that is, I mean, we could always just leave and come back.
It's in the ruins of Leo's castle. That is always being monitored and patrolled. It is the only circle here, inside of town. All the other ones were destroyed.
Would I have to see it, or just now that I know that it's there, I can...
You have to actually write down the glyphs about it. You would have to see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a passcode.
Yeah. You need the IP address.
Well, I can... Hopefully this
Password is the username.
still messes with people's memory. I can keep the guard distracted for an hour tonight.
Please, try. You guys have been talking for 5 minutes now. I've been watching. So you have another 5 minutes before your cat nap is over, but if you try forcing him to eat, you can do that.
I can pour it in now. I don't know how potent it's going to be because it's flour, the weakest one out of 3. But...
So long as we can make it until tonight. I mean, the
We
moment
can
he
try
wakes
and
up.
pass this off as him just being lazy or sleepy. There has been a rebellion. People aren't living the nicest.
Right. Try your plan, please.
Okay, I'm gonna give him I'm gonna give him the crushed up flour with water and see if this works. The dragon lily.
The dragon lily. Okay. Let me get that actually.
Please tell me
Unless
that's not
you
the
still
only
have it?
dragon lily.
I have 3
Do you still have it?
Yeah, I still have flour. I left the.
No, I mean the writing of what it does. Do you still have that?
Let me see. I left petals somewhere. Let me see. Dragon claws. One thing of sour grass. Row of apple. Lily drag. Damn it.
You didn't write down this. I probably didn't tell you the DC or anything like that.
No.
Let me.
So I just had 3 of them that I kept alive all the time.
DC 15 Wisdom save when ingested.
It's like a potent drug. Remember, everyone was high the entire time around that thing.
He is actually good at wisdom, which comes out to a total of 13. So, you're not sure if it works as he ate it because the catnap is still going. Okay.
Well, now one way to find out.
Okay. We need suggestions on how to get out of here. Is there a secret way out? Is there a passage? Any advantage would be helpful.
He pulls out a little vial and looks at all of you. Are any of you good at slipping things into people's drinks or food?
Looked at Trivial.
Yeah.
Deliberately avoid
Wow.
I mean,
I believe him.
I don't know if I'm that good at that. I could try. I've never tried to spike someone's drink before.
Do you have sleight of hand proficiency? That's the biggest
I
thing.
do not.
Okay, you're still the best bet.
I'm going
because of
to
your
look
dex.
at Clive. I'm going to look at Clive, and I'm going to say, my mouth functions as a mean martini shaker.
I don't understand. That's good. But anyways, he hands you the little vial, Trivial. Inside of that is a very, very potent, laxative that is flavorless. It's what I could get my hands on. I'm sorry. I'm not good at this type of stuff. I don't do this stuff. I'm obedient. I just don't like good people getting hurt. If you can find a way to put that into the glacial water, towards the end of the evening, when their shift is about to be rotated, and after Liara already leaves, with gestures downwards, then we can take out the two of those, as he is left to patrol all of us who went to bed. And then, Liara, are you capable of taking him out somehow and leaving him out for a while?
oh yeah, he's gonna do gardening with me the entire time. You see, I can control and I think she still has mislead up. I can control it and also choose to be invisible. It talks, I can hear everything it hears. I can talk through it. It's actually really easy.
Around this time, he wakes up.
I'm going to prop him up against the wall as he's waking up.
You just fainted.
Oh.
Is my tongue big?
Yeah, I think you bit it when you fell.
I bit my tongue?
Yeah.
Why am I talking like that?
If you not talk, it will make it heal faster.
Oh, okay. If you remember the Dragon Lily, it makes them incredibly easily persuaded.
Perhaps you should see a doctor about it.
Yes, I'll go do that now. And he walks out.
Oh, and be sure to just take a nap as soon as you get back home.
And I'm sure the guards passed.
Actually, wait until the other guards get back. I don't want them to be suspicious.
Okay, come back here.
He rotates and comes back in.
We'll let Moose look at it first, and then determine if you need to go.
I'm going to quickly cap my fingers back on so I'm not stabbing into him with the dragon scale.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just pinch his tongue. And I'm basically trying to medicine my way through to see how quickly this is going to go through his system.
All right. I'll allow medicine. Sure.
Can I also roll a medicine?
Yes, you can. Or poisoners if you're proficient. Anyway,
I am proficient with poisoners.
Either or would be fine.
What should I use with it?
Intelligence for poisoners, wisdom for medicine.
Awesome. Intelligence. Normal.
And before you roll a 1. Oh, never mind.
Poor. I rolled really bad.
All right. It's not a high DC to figure out. You guys have experience with the Dragon Lily itself. It stays in your system for like 12 hours.
Okay.
So he's going to be like this for like 12 hours.
He's taken care of, actually. It's like 4, right? It's like afternoon, correct?
You guys teleported back when it was already evening. Time zone differences would jump you up 2 hours. It's dusk.
Okay. Oh, I guess I'll just distract the other guard with. I'll just distract the other guard with the mislead. It's fine. I'm sure I could think of something. Shudders for a moment.
I'm going to say, oh, don't mind. Wait outside a bit. I'm going to say to the guard.
Yeah, and he'll walk outside.
And I'm going to say, well, yes, that's about 12 hours we have with him being extremely compliant. Please, never let Voskarvan hear about this. I point to the plant.
Reyna, at this point, Clive will look at you. Can I have diplomatic immunity inside of your country?
Absolutely.
Thank you. And can I go into hiding?
We will claim you are dead.
You can go with us if you need to.
Oh, I'll be leaving with you all. I can sneak in there myself. I don't know if I could sneak in with other people. I doubt it.
Look, so long as you get out of here, and you don't tell Voskarvan about that plant, you're as good as a local hero there. Although I doubt that's what you want.
Okay. And he just goes and sits back down. Now, I think, everybody, what time is it? 22? The guards come back, and they bring in the third guard with him because they just simply ask him to, and he complies. Is there something wrong with Gypsy?
He fell down.
He was just
Hit his head.
guard, and he started breathing heavy and fell, and then bit his tongue. I tried to give him medical attention. I think he got woozy. He hasn't been drinking enough water, probably. You should all drink water, in fact.
Hydration is important. Thumbs up. And I'm going to say, don't worry, I am a licensed doctor.
Okay.
To the mouse folk I am.
You are. Okay. Go prepare the goat for us, please. Everything is fine out here. We are all perfectly fine, correct? Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. Yes. Please go prepare the goat with cook. Thank you. And they walk over towards the kitchen delivering the coat, and he looks over at your now easily persuaded individual. Keep in mind, unless you tell him to do something that is strictly against anything he would ever do, he will comply. So, that's what the drug does to you. Clive looks at him. Don't tell any of them about anything we have been discussing, correct? Yeah, sure. Good. And, you're gonna help us all tonight, right? Of course. Okay.
Gypsy, you're a good kid.
Thank you.
You have a bright future ahead of you. The unmoving face says.
But anyways, is there anything you all wish to prepare? If you slip off in groups of 2, you can do some things, but it has to be like, it can't be like consistently like 2 of us walk out, 2 of us walk in, 2 of us walk out, like if you subtly walk out in groups of 2, you can do something. Is there any preparations you all wish to take?
I don't know that I could contribute very much.
I can sneak out with... My plan was going to be to sneak out with Trivial here. And then we could just break into wherever that mirror was and steal whatever was needed. But it was going to be more of a stealthy thing because I'd be invisible and she's pretty much a walking key.
Mwahaha.
I'm going to look at Clive. Is there any sort of leather armor you have here?
Actually,
Ceremonial or otherwise.
We have a very lovely set of draconic studs on leather armor. Would you like me to show you my collection? and he'll walk out with you, Moose.
I'll one action undoff my armor, so just clumps of it fall, and I'm gonna shove it in the bag of holding.
Yep.
And the skeleton's gonna walk over to the leather armor.
So the two of you walk out. He goes, okay, do you think they all understand the plan?
Our best option is to hope that they do. I trust Reyna enough to actually try and wrangle the group into this.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
So, I am not a man of I'm not a man that has a lot of words of confidence, but worst case scenario, we all die a very quick wind-filled death. Best
he
case
just
scenario,
nods.
and I'm gonna grab his shoulder. You're gonna feel like the best person in the world. And it's worth hoping that what you're doing is right. Now about that armor, and I'm going to touch it, or like if we're in front of this talking about it, I'm going to touch it and it instantly just morphs around me.
All right. And it is +1 studded leather armor.
I'm borrowing this. And it's immediately going to look like, has anyone seen the Chinese stealth armor from Fallout?
Yeah, New Vegas stuff sick.
Yeah.
0.
It's lit. I'll send the picture, but yeah, it's just going to be like leather armor. It's going to turn black. Just like, all right, I can shoot lightning out of my hands, and I'm really good at hiding.
Perfect. So, I think that is a good place for us to end this session. And when we come back next week, the party has to execute a stealth mission to get the deets on Vascarvin. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you all had a fantastic time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all next time. Goodbye.